Hello everybody, it is Ominous for Responsible Gaming. This morning we're doing the Eldritch Moon spoilers and we're on to blue now. We're also having breakfast, so that's fantastic. I'm going pretty fast, I hope that's fine. I kind of want it to not take 5 hours, so let's just do it. Blue. Advanced Stitchwing, weird name. 3/4/5, flying, yes. Discard 2 card, return it from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Yeah, that sounds like the other Stitchwing, but better? Yeah, better. So, very good. Chain Grasp. Tap 2 creatures, they don't tap for 3 instant speed. Madness 4. Sounds great. Sounds great. Frost Breast is fine. Madness is a nice added value. Moving on. Coax Fun by Eternity. You make sure enters the card from inside the game and reveal a card put in your hand. In limited, that's a big no. Is it a big no? That's basically a big no. I don't know now. Actually, I don't even know. I mean, oh no, it's not like you have Battle for Zendikar cards. Never mind. I was gonna say, yeah, you could have like a 3-drop, a 4-drop, a 8-drop, a 9-drop outside your deck, and not play them, just play your normal deck. And this card could be any of them, which is cute. But even then, it's actually not great because when you go fetch your 3-drop with a 3-mana card, that's kind of super lame. Yeah. Well, anyways, look at the top 5 cards. Put any number of them in your graveyard. The rest back on top of your library in any order. Only powering graveyard in limited sounds like a bit of a waste of a card. Unless there is very, very, very strong graveyard synergies, usually I wouldn't do it. 3, counter-attack its spell and its control pay 4. It's the poor man's mana leak. Yeah, I mean, Two-Headed Giant, Sealed, etc. It's probably, you can probably play 1 or 2. Otherwise it's on the expensive side. I guess, I mean, it's only 3 mana for a counter spell. That's, you could consider it. It's the same from Battle for Zendikar, isn't it? Spell Shrivel, or yeah, Spell Shrivel. Displace, like the name, instant speed for 3, exile to 2 creatures you control, then return onto the battlefield under owner's control. It's the type of thing that I love. Granted that there is some enter the battlefield effects, which I actually don't really know that there is. So if there is some, I would maybe try to run it, because it's just, this kind of stuff is just fun. It's a bit of a best case scenario mentality though. You really need to work for to have it do something, but if you have good enter the battlefields, that can actually get you mad value. Make a target creature to its owner's hand, draw a card for 3. Sure. That sounds pretty sweet. I like it. Yeah, play it. Enlightened Maniac. 0/2 for 4. Ugh. Enter the battlefield, put a 3/2 addressing onto the battlefield. Alright. Maybe. It's good with displays. Maybe. I don't know. You like it? I mean, I've always been saying that a body is something, right? So, given an 0/2 on top of your 3/2, the problem is it's only an 0/2 and it's a 3/2 for 4, so ugh. But, yeah, I don't know. Cultist, dies, draw a card. 2/2 for 3. It's probably quite playable. 1/3 Skulk for 2. It does the battlefield, I get creature an opponent control doesn't untap during its next untap step. It's a little bit too much work for me to want to displace it and etc. Displace. So I don't know. I don't think I would like it very much. But it's also sort of a 1/3 unblockable for 2. So it might be good. Yeah, it might actually be good. It's just very, you need to know your control decks when you play that sort of things, because it's very kind of grindy, and you want to poke your opponent for one, or you want to block their 2/2s with your 2-drop. It's pretty controlly. Actually, it does a lot of things. It blocks 2/2s, it pokes for one, it can be blocked by 1/1s, but they're gonna die, and then it prevents a creature from untapping. So it might be actually rather good. Fortune's Favor, look at the top 4 cards in your library. The opponents split them into 2 files, one face down, one face up, one pile in your hand, the other in your yard. I feel like that would be good, especially if you have graveyard synergies. I would probably try and run it. I mean, it's a divination, basically. And you virtually get the choice, except you don't actually really know. Yeah, if you have graveyard synergies, I think I kind of like it. Geist of the Archives. Defender 04 for 3 at the beginning of your escape scry 1. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, it blocks very good, and then it scries forever. I like it. Identity Thief, it's a clone. When he attacks, you can exile a non-token creature. If you do, becomes a copy of that creature until the end of the turn. Return the exiled at the owner. Meaning of the next end step. Yeah, so you just steal one of your opponent's creature to attack every turn, basically. Yeah, that's super good. You virtually steal one of their creatures to attack every turn. That's like every time threatened. They're gonna get into the battlefield triggers though, but you could get your enter the battlefield triggers if you copy your own creatures. Ancient creature land or planeswalker. It becomes a colorless land. Yeah, that's cool. Permanent removal. I like it. 2, 3, 4, 3. Prowess. Sold. I like it. And it gets +2/+1 at the end of turn. That card is sweet. That card is very sweet. It can become a 4/1, and it's got prowess. Yeah, that's super cool. 3, 3, 4, 4. Enter the battlefield, put the top 4 cards of your library into your graveyard. I haven't seen that much graveyard synergy just yet, but Delirium is still here. The cards from Shadow of Innistrad are still here. Enter the battlefields might get triggered several times. Apparently they will, because there's a bunch of flicker effect. I guess they try and do the flicker effect from the original Innistrad a little bit, so I like it. It's not fantastic though. It's 3, 3, 4, 4 with a weird upside, so that's not great. But you know, it could be a curve filler, I think. When an opponent casts a spell, sacrifice Moon Force and counter that spell. It's not great. It's not great at all. They're just gonna run. I mean, they know that you have a counter spell now, and they're gonna run whatever spell they want into it. It's not great at all. What's up with that? I mean, I guess if you have the guy that gets enchants and auras back from your graveyard, it's a bit of added value, but. And you could blink that guy. Yeah, very good idea. And what if you have this guy, you blink it every turn, and then you get this every turn, and then you counterspell every turn in 3 cards. Yeah. 1/1 flyer for 1. Just the battlefield under your control. It gets +1/+1 at the end of the turn. Sacrifice it, counter with X. That sounds super duper weird. Don't like it. For limited, I don't. Mine's dilation? Dilation. Who is that? She looks cool. Is that Tamio? No. Would have be super uber transformed. Whenever an opponent casts his or her first spell, ensure that target player exiles top card of his library. If it's a non-land card, you may cast it without paying its mana cost. What? Well, it's a 7 mana card though, but shit. Oh my god, Intuitive Giant, you get to do that twice a turn. Sell me, I want this, it's gorgeous. I love the illustration, she looks so badass. Oh, he? Probably she, right? What is this though? It's like a nice ice creature. I like it a lot. Super expensive though. 2/3 flash flying sold. I mean, yeah, soldish, mostly sold. Enters the battlefield or another spirit enters the battlefield. Tap target your opponent control. That's kind of a wide effect, but whatever. Awesome. That's awesome. Really like it. Niblis Frost. 3/3 for 4. I like that they've discovered the Niblis because now they can do Niblis of whatever, and they have a ton of pretty cool name actually. So I'm for it. 4/4 3/3 flyer prowess. Sold, duper sold. Whenever you cast an instant story, tap target creature on opponent. That creature doesn't tap. Amazing. Okay, so there's a thing. I'm trying to go fast, and I'm drinking a bunch of coffee, so bear with me. I think you'll appreciate a set review that goes fast, though, maybe. 6 mana instant speeds. Scour the library, could 2-list if you have delirium, so that would be oh yeah, that's this guy. Draw 3 cards for either 6 or 4. Yeah, you know, in CL I would play it. In constructed, limited draft I would probably still try and play it if I had the right deck. I would be less sure though. In CL though, I'm kind of for it. Aura for 1 flash blue, that sounds fun. Ancient creature get -6/-0 where X is the number of cards in your graveyard. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds legit. Exile all other spells and counter all abilities for instant. That sounds super fun too. Pretty darn expensive. Counter spell. It's kind of weird to make that happen in limited, but can't help it. I'm gonna try it. You could get 2 things in Intuitive Giant, maybe. It's cool that you can counter abilities too. Sometimes that might be good. Take inventory. Draw a card and draw a card equal to a number of cards named. Take inventory in your graveyard. Probably gonna be pretty hard to make happen. If you happen to have, I don't know, I'd say at least 3. If you happen to have 3 or 4, that could be interesting. Better in Seal though. Yeah, I probably wouldn't run it. I don't like taking risks of that sort, but I don't know. If you have 4 or 5, I might consider it. It's a lot of draw spells to have in your deck though. And it's not an instant either. Yeah, I would probably stay away until I'm told it's amazing. 2/1 flying for 2. Can only block creature with flying. Serviceable. Better in a dedicated fire deck, but serviceable. I like it alright. It's probably less good in Intuitive Giant because Intuitive Giant is even more favoring the blockers than regular Magic, because there's two defenders, so a creature that only attacks for 2 and cannot block at all, maybe not the best, but still okay. Counter target spell, targets permanent you control. I don't love that at all, for the reason that we get things that basically do that and that are better. Blinking 2 of your guys, or blinking and giving a +1. This only basically counters the spell. So unless you think something else you own is gonna get targeted, I don't like it as much. That being said, if you really want a basically dispel, better than dispel, I guess. It's sort of better than dispel. No, because it doesn't counter what they do to their own permanent. But when does that really matter for combat tricks? Yeah. I mean, again, that's the type of things, if you're a control deck in a two-headed giant or sealed, you probably want to try and run one, or you might want to just try it out. Return target spell or creature to its owner's hand for 2. Spell or creature, oh yeah, that's that guy. That sounds super sweet. It's like a bounce with upside. You can bounce the spell before the spell hits the ground. And it's any type of spell. It's probably very good. Last blue card, it's a rare. 1/1 sculpt for 2. Whenever deals come out to a player, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. Whenever you discard a creature card, you may pay 2. If you do, put a 3/2 onto the battlefield. Seems legit. Yeah, seems legit. It's too bad that there is a bunch of 1-power creatures running around in this format. But it seems quite legit. Blue is good as well. I'm getting kind of a sentiment that most cards that I've seen since the very beginning, I think that they are playable. So it's probably going to be a fun format. But yeah, I think I like blue a tiny little less than I like the white, but I'm going very fast, so it's hard to really have an opinion. I think the blue would be pretty darn solid for two-headed giant and sealed in general, though it seems to have some somewhat okay or fine control cards, so it's pretty good. I'm gonna do my last refill. Breakfast is basically over, so I'm gonna remove that little warning. It's very important. And that's it for blue. See you in just about 10 seconds for black.